Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the Micro's Dead Podcast, Season 2, Episode 17.
Yes, what up, everybody? Woo! It's fucking Friday.
Yep.
I know a bunch of y'all are saying that to yourselves, too. Or out loud like I did. Fucking Friday.
3 days till my birthday.
Yes. It's going to be the big 19.
The big 19. I feel like you can say that for every birthday. It's going to be the big 20.
Yes.
Big 21.
The biggest is 21. Even though you're not going to take advantage of it, go out drinking and shit, but which I, as one of your parents, appreciate.
Well, I just know there's alcoholism in both sides of the family at a certain point. I think on mom's side. Didn't your biological dad drink?
I think so.
I don't know. I just know, like, I don't want to take any chances. I don't know.
I mean, we're Irish, so somewhere along the way we had alcoholics in the family, I'm sure.
Like, when I always think about that, like, I was talking to my workout buddies. I was like, I don't want to get addicted to caffeine again, because for the longest time I was drinking coffee every single morning, and I would stop and I would literally shake because my body didn't have, like, caffeine to run off of.
Sometimes I shake because I'm running off caffeine.
But anyhow, it's just like, I don't know. I don't want my body to get addicted to anything harmful. Caffeine isn't really harmful, but you get what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, to where my body needs it.
Yes. I mean, if you drink too much of it, it gets harmful. And the older you get, coffee starts to do different things.
Okay. I know it makes me need to, like, piss really bad.
Yeah, well, not just that, but once you get older, you drink a cup of coffee, next thing you're like, oh,
Pooping?
I gotta go take a shit.
Yeah, coffee's a laxative.
Yes. Well, the older you get, the more laxativation it is.
That was a big
That's right.
word
I
for
just
you.
made up a new word, folks.
Yep.
It's okay. Don't be scared.
So, start this episode off. I finally got him to watch an anime. First 2 episodes. It's called Demon Slayer, if you haven't watched it.
I will say, if you're going to watch anime, the best way to do it is to listen to it in Japanese and read the subtitles. Because when they convert it over to the English acting...
Yeah, it was awful. And that's from someone who doesn't even watch it. Like, it's so cheesy.
I don't think I'm going to continue to watch the episodes, but...
You didn't think it was good?
I promised him I'd try it. It was okay. I mean...
Bro, just wait until he finishes training and gets a sword.
That means I got to watch more.
I think it's like the next 2 episodes.
Yeah, well...
I'm telling you, there's a time skip.
You're trying to force me into something I don't want to do.
Okay. Because you haven't done that ever to me.
I've never forced you to do something you didn't want to do.
I guess that's true. I'm not forcing you to do it. I'm just telling you. If you want to wake up and nothing goes wrong, then maybe you should watch it.
If I want to wake up and nothing goes wrong, is that what you just said?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck does that even mean?
Like, in the middle of...
So because I watch some freaking anime, if a demon comes after me, I'm going to know how to slice it up with my Ginsu fucking knives?
No. I'm saying if you want to stay alive before I go over there and scoop your eyeballs out your head, take a spoon and...
What the fuck? We just went from bad to worse. Now he's going to scoop my fucking eyeballs out my brain if I don't watch the shit.
With a soup spoon, too.
With a soup spoon. A dull soup spoon. Rusty dull soup spoon.
Yes.
Yes.
Or a spork.
Ooh. A nice Kentucky Fried Chicken plastic spork. Hashtag not sponsored. But these people still hanging on! And I'd like to think it's it's not just because he's my brother and sister-in-law. No, they enjoy the show, even when they're not on.
Yeah. I don't know. We swear so much. I feel like some people probably, like, don't want to watch it.
Well, that's all right. Fuck you.
Like I know Uncle Pat and Aunt Jeanette. I don't know.
No, they always watch our episodes.
Yeah, they don't really swear that much, but I think they're okay with hearing it a little bit.
Yes.
I don't know.
Maybe I mean, my brother and my sister-in-law are Christians. Maybe we should swear less for them because they are sponsored.
Yeah.
Our
in
sponsors.
the sponsorship contract, it's like,
yes,
stop
and
swearing.
the fine print disclaimer says, "You've never been able to shut your fucking brother up. What makes you think you can fucking start now?"
I don't get it.
Pat, my brother,
Yeah.
has always tried to shut me up, and this never worked.
Wow. Well, you also tried to shut him up too, and it's never worked. So it goes both ways.
Yes, true.
Especially the quarters or whatever it was, the silver dollars.
Hey,
Did
can
we say
anybody
that
hear
story?
that? My eye squeaks when I rub it. Anybody else's eyes do
Stop,
that?
dude.
It drives my family nuts for some reason.
For some reason, yeah, you're just squeaking your eyeball.
Yep. It's
Hey,
that pressure
did we-
built up in there or
Did
something.
we tell that story?
What?
The silver dollars? Did we tell that story?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then he went and
Spent them.
to the yard sale.
Mhm.
Idiot. Could have gotten away with one.
Dude, I don't know what to do. Like, this is the most boring time not being in school.
Aw.
It's like
Wait
the
till
mo-
you're done with school.
But then I'll be working.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's still, hey, like at a real place.
No, I'm just gonna
You
go
might
to
meet
college.
somebody and get laid and get married.
Wow, thank you for that.
Good luck. Let us know how it turns out.
Anyhow, would I just go to college and then not get a job?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of jobs in computer stuff where you could stay home.
I don't want to stay home though. I want to
Well, that's good to hear.
listen. My dream job is to work at NASA as a software engineer. Obviously, that takes
It's
time.
Nassau.
No, it's not. Takes time to get there, obviously. So that's just like something you gotta wait for.
Speaking of working at Nassau, good movie, Hidden Figures.
We already talked about that, dude.
Sorry, I'm old. I don't remember.
Whenever I
everything we
get
talk
serious,
about.
you're just like, hold up. Let me just say something out of the blue real quick.
You know I don't like to take shit serious, so why the fuck would I listen to you when you're trying to be serious?
Anyhow, so yes, my dream job is to work at NASA as a software engineer. But before dude, I gotta put blinders up before I come and smack you. I want to work at a startup company, like I was telling you guys. Like, it just seems more fun and energetic.
Well, yeah, and the other thing you could do is, start up your own graphic design or website,
I don't know what
something, Who knows?
I do want to do freelance though,
Yes.
like while I'm working and stuff. Dude, I have some good
Be a good
app
person
ideas.
to start with.
What?
Freelance for our sponsor.
If they want me to build them something, fine. But
Just build it and show them.
what would I build?
A website for them.
They already have a website.
They do?
It's not updated, but yeah, they do.
Is it a decent one?
I gotta
Evidently
roast
not.
Uncle Pat.
He's laughing.
I think Uncle Pat built it on like a
Oh,
website building thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, not sponsored, but GoDaddy.com, brother, doesn't cut it.
No, it's not GoDaddy. I think it's Power Builder or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. But I did see web developers are like, there's an increase in money for them too.
Oh, I bet.
But like, I don't even understand why. Like, most of the time it's just people copy and paste stuff, and I'm like, no, please.
I mean, when your Uncle Pat and I were in high school, computers were just starting.
Yeah.
I mean, we got TRS 80s, we call them trash 80s. And because, I mean, they were, little Radio Shack rinky-dink things, but I mean, there's people that we went to school with that went right out of school and got into it and have made big.
Well, especially
big
during
bucks.
that, yeah, because it was just starting
Yeah.
out. Everyone needed innovators, so I mean, there's still innovation. I forget the name of the law. I can look it up real quick, but it's like every 2 years, computers double with like everything. Computer doubling law or rule, whatever it is. Moore's law. The number of transistors on a microchip doubles every 2 years, so the cost
Damn.
of computers is halved.
Damn.
So the better they get, the cheaper they get.
And for those that give a shit, Winston, our dog's TikTok's taken right the hell off. He's got one video's
TikTok
got
did.
3,700 views. Damn dogs, you get more famous than we are.
This is a pretty dull episode, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what to talk about. There hasn't been too much going on. I mean,
Yeah, they're not racing this weekend, F1.
nope. Next weekend's gonna
I
be
hear
cool, though.
there's rumor that Gasly might be offered a position somewhere else. My guy.
Didn't I say that? I told you.
Well, yeah, but we didn't say that on the episode, so I was just
Oh,
adding it to
you
the...
gotcha. You were leewaying it. I thought you were trying
I
to
was-
say like
I
heard
was
it from someone.
segueing it, not leewaying it. Segue.
But yeah, his driver's Pierre Gasly, and no AlphaTauri driver has been re-signed yet. So he has offers from other teams as well as AlphaTauri, I think he said.
Yeah. He went up to Red Bull, went back down to AlphaTauri.
But he's better than AlphaTauri.
Yeah, for what, a couple of years now, right?
Yeah, but he's just better there than he was in Red Bull.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
It's
well, that's what
weird.
I'm saying. I don't know. He goes to a shittier team and does better.
I mean, it's not
Pierre,
a shittier team. It's
Pierre,
just this baby
don't let
team.
the pressure get to you, man, of the big league cars. Get your ass back up where you belong and freaking wreak havoc like Max Verstappen is.
Valtteri hasn't even re-signed.
Yeah, well, he won't be re-signing with Mercedes, I don't believe.
I think
Toto the dog's done with him.
Toto
There's
the
no
dog.
place like home. Let's go, Toto.
I don't know, dude. They have a strong relationship, but the more and more it happens, like the more and more you see Valtteri like hate being at Mercedes, because like
I think he just hates being a number 2 driver. I
Yeah.
don't think it's. I don't think it
that
matters.
would be cool though. Him being a number 1 driver somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, Valtteri's got the.
Imagine him in AlphaTauri.
Yeah, he's
with
got the
Pierre.
presence to be a number 1 driver, and he knows it. And I think that's one of his big issues with Mercedes is they won't let him fly like he wants to fly
Yeah.
because he has Lewis there as the number 1. So
And Lewis
I think
is only re-signed for 2023.
yeah, so I think you know what'd be crazy is I could almost see AlphaTauri offering him the number 1 spot.
I don't know. Oh,
Just
see,
Valtteri, just one thing: always tell yourself and remember that you're better than a Haas driver team seat. Okay.
dude, I was gonna say Haas. They haven't
Stay away
re-signed
from Haas.
anybody.
Stay away from Williams.
The Williams car's the sister team for Mercedes, so I hope he stays away from them.
Yes. Even better reason.
But Haas hasn't re-signed anybody. But obviously Mazepin's dad is the owner of Uralkali.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wonder who that seat's gonna go to.
Yes.
And then Mick, like you can't. He's done okay.
I
For
think
a Haas car, he made it into qualifying twice. For
Now,
Q2.
nothing against Gasly,
Or
but
maybe just
Gasly
once.
needs to be on a better team. But I think the perfect AlphaTauri team would be Valtteri as the lead driver and Russell Williams as the second driver. Or not
Russell
Russell.
George Russell.
Yes, George Russell was, but not him. Who are we just talking about? Him and Gasly would be a good team combo.
Yeah, but I don't know if Pierre
On
would give up a
AlphaTauri.
number 1 seat. Because he's way better than a number 2 seat.
Yeah, I mean,
You also got to think Alfa Romeo.
yes. Oh, and No offense, Daniel Ricciardo, but you need to get a nose job. That's
it's huge.
Holy shit! I don't understand how the hell you can close your helmet.
Get like a custom.
I can't get it. He's got to have a special bow in the middle of his shield.
That's what I was gonna say. It's just like instead of a flat, it's just
yeah. All right, we've got the eagle beak this week.
The eagle beak. It's like the faster tracks. They're like, all right, we got the hawk one now.
I'm surprised he doesn't talk like this as much nose he has. Hey, Lando, can I win a race this weekend?
I don't know. Dude, Lando is such a good driver. Like, everyone shits on him so bad.
Quit shitting on him.
They think it's only because he has, like, the number one seat and that they baby him and
well,
stuff.
you know what? He's F1's Kyle Busch to a lot of people. He's an excellent driver, and people hate him for it, especially at such a young age.
For what, though? He's literally, like...
Some people just can't take the fact that other people are gifted and it comes naturally. I mean, both Lando and Max, for as young a drivers as they are crazy good.
I think Max is the best driver ever in F1.
And that pisses people off, is like, how do they have so much skill set? Well, some people it comes natural.
I feel like it's the Lewis fans that really shit on everybody, because I feel like it's the bandwagon Lewis people. Once they like watched him win like his sixth thing in 2019 or 2018 for the fifth one, they were probably like, well, jumping right on this bandwagon.
Yeah.
And they see that people are actually challenging him, or even old Lewis fans.
Yes.
And they see Max, Valtteri's teammates challenging him. Not as much this year. Checo, Lando.
Every time we say Checo, I think of Star Trek and Chekhov.
Oh, sorry.
And everybody that watches this, you'll be proud to know I did nothing crazy this week. I maintained. Plus, we didn't go to the mall or anything, so.
Let us jump right into.
Although I guess I did peel out across my front yard yesterday. I didn't realize I did that.
You went 10 miles an hour through the freaking grass. What do you think was going to happen?
Well, I wanted to get up over the little hump getting into the yard, but I did. Like I told your mom, I didn't realize I'd gone that fast.
You literally, you were over the hump.
The guys are like, these guys, these workers, it's like they don't want to piss me off or something.
Okay, anyhow, let's jump into the first story. Are we going to start with a future one or a past one?
Well, I figure we're getting to the point where I'm 16 and I'm getting ready to fly the coop, so I just wanted to
finish season 2.
Well, yeah, but not just finish season 2, but let people know some of the shit that was going on and why it happened. You know, I mean, and then.
So how many stories are left of this season?
This might be it.
Oh, okay.
You know, I didn't want to tease anybody or anything, but I think one of the funny things is that I can't remember. I think where were we with Pat and Jeanette, and we were talking how he thinks I was such a good liar back in the day, because. And anyway, some money had come up missing, and we sat at the table, and you know. Your Uncle Pat's like, he knew he didn't take the money, and that he had, he said I was lying so good, I was starting to convince him that maybe he did, and he didn't remember it. And like we sat at the table, it was just Pat and I and Dad, and for like 2.5 hours, and you know, it's kind of because all this time he thought I'd been lying, and I hadn't. I hadn't taken the money. I was just tired of sitting there being blamed for something, and I could tell Pat was getting upset from having to sit there that long. And so I took the blame for it. Got my ass beat hard for it.
Holy shit.
But
how much money went missing?
I think it was like $10 or something like that.
Are you kidding?
No. And I think I got beat because they thought I was lying all that time. But, you know, I got to the point where I was tired of sitting there getting blamed for something I didn't do. I
you're
knew
just
Pat
like,
hadn't
whatever.
done it. What I think had happened was Dad had misplaced it, or him or Mom had spent it somewhere and forgot.
Yeah.
It's just at that point, like I said, you get to the point where enough's enough. Let's just get on with our lives. So I took the blame for it. Pat, I never did take the money. That's why I sat there and so convincingly lied for all that time. And I don't think I ever even told him that, because, like, with the conversation about it the last time, he's like, dude, you were such a good liar. Well, it's because I wasn't lying, Pat. I just, like you see so many people now, you hear that they were falsely talked into saying they killed somebody or whatever. I got to a point where I was tired. Lord knows I'd done stuff to where I could see where they'd immediately blame me and shit. And it got to the point where I was getting blamed for shit I wasn't doing, and then this was the ensuing thing, nobody fucking believed me and this and that. And so that was one of the things that started leading up to me wanting to get the hell out of there. Was no matter how hard I tried, I still wasn't believed. And it just, it made life brutal. It made life hard. So, yeah, one of the things that happened was, well, like I said before, Dad was, Dad was a manic depressant and bipolar, and every now and then he'd like to get off his medicine. And this one day, he wanted us to cut wood, and we had to do wood for all the 3 farmhouses. There, older brother, and then Pat and I, and
Good save, by the way.
Yeah,
Said good save.
And so we'd been out cutting wood all freaking day. Saving grace, we had a hydraulic wood splitter for the big pieces of wood. You just and it'd run it across the thing and split it. But most of it we had to split and stack by hand, and that was after going out into the woods with an old tractor and the old manure spreader that we didn't use anymore. Cut down the trees and cut it up into 3 to 5 foot lengths to bring back out. We did it all. Just. And so Mama decided we'd cut wood enough and she took us to the movies, and when we got back, Dad was sitting in the living room. We could tell he was pissed off just by when we walked in, that just seemed off in the house. And so we come in, he's like, well, where'd you guys go? Well, Mom said we'd cut enough wood, and so she took us to the movies. And he's, well, did I say you guys cut enough wood and could go to the movies? I'm like, no. And so he stood up and he came up to me and he shoved me down onto the ground and looked down at me. He said, don't forget I can still do that. And so then he called my older brother over and he tried to push him down, and he knew what to expect, so he wasn't going down.
Yeah.
When it came to shit like that, the 3 of us boys were defiant and we stuck together. And no matter how much we hated each other, we were always still there for each other. And so he goes, well, if you won't go down, I'll fucking choke you out, and started strangling him. And so I come up and I'm screaming and I hit him in the fucking stomach as hard as I could. And as I'm heading out the front door, heading up to the farm to tell Grandma and Grandpa that Dad was flipping out, here comes Mom. I hear, get your hands off of my son. And dong, the sound of a fucking metal pan going across his head.
Like the bird.
Just like the bird, only Dad didn't go flying across the room and hit the wall and fall down. I think it just pissed him off even more. And so I went running up to the farmhouse and told Grandma and Grandpa that, Dad was flipping out and what was going on and stuff. And I went out to a freaking cornfield. And I stayed in the cornfield for a day. Overnight and everything. And thank God the corn was almost ready to harvest, because I was out there eating the freaking corn raw right off the corn cob, because It happened like between lunch and dinner time.
What about the corn spiders?
Huh?
The corn spiders.
What corn spiders?
Those huge spiders that are in corn.
Oh, I never saw them.
Hold up. I'll bring up a picture.
I'm
Keep
good.
talking.
I don't need to know about corn spiders.
Okay. Well, it's just.
I'm just saying I never saw any. And so, Dad ended up having to go away for a little while on that one. And, I mean, that wasn't the first time and it wasn't the last time. There's a couple stories coming up that are kind of funny about, when he lose it and have to go away for a little while.
After Key West or before?
No, after.
Okay.
But that was one of the lead things was, just when you live somewhere and regardless of what you've done, when you're trying to better yourself and nobody wants to believe you still, and no matter how much you try to prove that you're trying to change and
It's
become
like a boy
better
who cried
person.
wolf type of thing.
Yeah, yeah, sort of. I mean, but
Like you lied, and then when you actually tried to be truthful, no one
Yeah.
believed you.
yes, exactly. So, Pat, I never did take that money. All
Going
these
back to
years
the
later, I'm gonna, I kind of forgotten about it till you brought it up a couple weeks ago when we were together somewhere, and I just want to let you know that's why I could lie so good, because I really wasn't lying back then. So
You know what's funny
I'm
is like
taking down your sponsorship.
no, we're not.
I'm
Remember
not.
when I got caught twice for the plagiarism?
Yes.
The first time I actually did, but the second time, bro, I don't even know what she was smoking. She literally brought up this stuff from like websites that I didn't even know were a thing. And I'm trying to tell her, I don't even know what that website is.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to I didn't cheat that time. So I'm like, I don't even know what that website is. And she's like, "Come on. You obviously know because that's word for word." And it wasn't even, not only was it not word for word, it was like I didn't even know the website.
Yeah.
Like to this day it still pisses me off because I didn't even know these websites that she's like, "That's where you got this from." I'm like, "What? I don't even know that place." Oh my god, I was so pissed. The first time I can admit I did. The second time, no. I was so pissed, dude. Oh my god. That was the most bullshit thing too. Was those stupid. I should have just dropped out of that class.
Yeah, and a lot of my problems was, like I said, I hated school. And as much as I tried to
If I hate the teacher
purposely
in the class,
flunk out of it,
yeah.
they still made me go.
Like, dude, I hated that teacher. I hated that class. Oh my god, that it just like brings back like an anger in me. That's
Yes.
like, I hated that shit. What class is that? It was AP. Not geography. It was a history class.
I don't remember.
Anyhow, oh, world history. Yeah, AP
Yes.
World.
Yes,
That's
AP
what it was.
World.
Yeah. Because I need to know about the fucking Aztecs building a pyramid 3,000 years ago. But then
And then abandoning it.
the first 3/4 of the class were like the span of like 3,000 years. And it was like the slowest shit ever. Actually, no. Maybe like 200 years. And then the last quarter is just this. Everything else after that was just right through. And I was like, huh? Like, what? I think my favorite class was U.S. history, though, because we had that girl throwing the chairs at the teacher, slamming the doors.
Yes.
This girl would come in there every day on the phone. Huh?
I was going to say, I remember a Black Friday standing outside of Walmart and people throwing freaking shopping carts up at the doors and shit and bouncing them off of people and stuff. Oh, that was up in Scarborough, Maine, so several years ago.
Oh. But
people
also,
on the phone calling the police, y'all need to get here.
on that phone, or in that class, I mean, Jesus, you put the on the phone thing in my head. In that class, this girl would show up every single day on her phone, and the teacher would always tell her, "Put your phone away." Every time, every class I was in there, she would walk in, sit on her phone the whole time, and he would just tell her every time, "Get off your phone, or else I'm gonna have to send you to the office." And she'd get bent, dude. She'd be like,
That sounds like what I would have done back in the day if I had a cell phone.
dude, it was so
Fuck
awful.
you, man. I'm hitting TikTok. Leave me alone.
I don't even think TikTok was a thing.
I don't know. Well, no, I'm just saying that would have been me back then if it was.
Oh. No, I'm saying not in your day, but I don't even think it was a thing.
No, it wasn't even back in your day.
I think it was Musical.ly still.
Yes.
I think TikTok bought Musical.ly. But, oh my God. That class was so funny. And then I obviously had one of my best friends in there. And, like, he would give us an assignment. Him and I would do it. And then we would just sit there for 30 minutes just doing nothing because we couldn't go on our phones even though we were done. And, like, he wasn't teaching. But he was such a cool teacher. And this one kid, probably the most stupid, like, kid ever, would always be on his phone, like, secretly, like, under his backpack. He used to do that. You'd put your backpack there. And then, like, you'd lift up the corner, and then, like, if the teacher would come by, you'd put it down. I used to do that, too. I'm not going to lie. But he literally asked one day, he goes, "Who was Adolf Hitler?" Like, no joke. Who was Adolf Hitler?
Who asked?
Huh?
Who asked
the
that?
student
Oh.
asked the teacher, and the teacher's like, "Come on, man. Like, are you being serious?" And everyone's, like, laughing, and the kid's like, "I don't know why you guys are laughing. I don't even know who it is." And I was like, bro,
How the
what?
hell?
Yeah, like, how bad of a rock do you live under that you just don't even know who Hitler is?
Yeah, I mean, even all these years later, you know, how could somebody grow up and not know who the hell Adolf was?
Yeah. I remember in middle school, I would ask, like, the most stupid kids. I'd be like, "What was Hitler's last name?" They'd have no clue. Or Obama. I'd say, "What's Obama's last name?"
Barack.
Honestly, I don't think there's any other president. Maybe Roosevelt. You can say Roosevelt without, like, president or in front of it or the first name.
Or Trump.
Yeah, but Trump, you gotta say, like, I don't know. That's not as clean as, like, Donald Trump.
Right. No.
Like, Obama's, like, that name. Like, Roosevelt or Washington. You get what I'm saying?
Or Kennedy.
Yeah, Kennedy. But Nixon, no. You need, like...
No. Clinton, no.
Dude, how do we even get into these weird-ass tangents?
Well, you could even say Reagan. Sounds good.
Yeah, Reagan. Yeah.
You know, that sounds better than Ronald.
Yeah.
People say Ronald. Who do you think of first? Clown guy, right? McDonald.
Yep.
It's just like King. Who do you think of first? It's not Martin Luther. It's Burger. It's like one of my family members' last name's King, and he said the
It's
funniest.
Jake.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. We've used Jake's before, but funniest things he's always said is his first boy he's gonna name Burger.
Yeah, Burger King. That is so funny. Jake and Ingrid.
Just don't dress him up, please.
If you guys get married and have kids, you gotta name
please
them Burger.
don't dress him up. I don't need a scary. Enough scary shit goes on in this family. We don't need a scary ass kid with a scary ass
or,
name.
you know what they could do is name the first name George, and then the middle name the third. Or wait, yeah, the third. So then when they write it for last name first, it's King George the Third.
Ah, yes. Or you could have King George the Burger.
What the hell? King George the Burger.
Yes, I like it.
I love how we do the gestures towards each other, but all they see is like a flat, like straight on thing.
Yes. Yeah. 3D.
Can you do that?
3D, look out.
I heard it's like a
Live long and
more
prosper.
thing, I guess.
What?
I don't know.
It's Vulcan. Live long and prosper.
Can you roll your tongue?
No.
You
They
got
didn't
weak
see it either.
genetics. Yeah, you kind of can. We look like idiots. Okay, put your tongue away. Dad, put
I
your
can
tongue
do that.
Okay, are we gonna? Is this the season finale?
So, for those that see, well, I can't say that because it won't be on TikTok. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed our Omegle video because that was some weird ass shit, man. We went by one page and all you see is his hand going like that. We're like, get away from there! Get away from there!
I told you, man. Gotta be careful with those penises.
Yeah, and it's so funny, you know. Most of the time, people look up and they see an old guy and a kid sitting there, and they just instantly click on by. We didn't get that many people. The people we got to talk to us are the ones you saw. So we'll probably do something like that again. That was funny. That was fun.
I really want to do a mini golf vlog.
Yes, we're gonna try. We're gonna try to start doing different things, spruce us up some.
This is only available on YouTube, by the way.
Yes, only available on YouTube. So
if you're audio only listeners, go to our YouTube.
yes, or
what?
Just go to
Yo,
YouTube.
I thought time just froze.
No, I was doing my English teacher. You were supposed to go, are you okay, Dad? Hey, son! Wake up!
We're done playing. Wake up. That is still one of the funniest stories ever.
That guy was something else, man.
We're done playing. Wake up.
Well, no, I was going to say, so if you're on TikTok too, but the only way they'd see it is if we made a video that says, hey, but.
Yeah.
So that's why I blanked. I'm like, well, really nothing more to say, so. But, how long are we into this?
36 minutes.
Okay,
but we don't have a story.
That's all right. I mean, the only other story
Is this the finale or not?
No, we'll do another one. Well, I'll tell another story real quick, but then the next one will be the leaving.
The finale.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. The leaving, or actually, should we do for the first episode of season 3 is when you're leaving?
No, we'll do that as the finale.
Okay, and then it'll start the season
Season
off.
3 will start
in
when I get off the bus or something.
Okay.
So next week we'll have next week, yes, Monday we'll have 2 stories for the finale, and then Fridays will be me stepping off the bus somewhere else, and that'll be the beginning of season 3. So y'all get prepared. It's gonna be a tearjerker.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh, can I say that real quick?
What?
Tearjerker.
You just did.
The Office.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me segue to it real quick. When I got hurt, and when you get hurt like I got hurt, you take a totally different look on life, especially when your life has to change like mine did. So I cry easy now. I mean, just even saying that, I kind of teared up a little bit, but it's nothing that embarrasses me. It's nothing I'm ashamed of. It hits at random times, and last night was a random time.
It's contact. No, not last night. It was yesterday, I think.
Okay, well,
like
yesterday. Sorry, yesterday
afternoon. Like at 12. Yeah. Anyhow, the only thing I really see you cry about is Mom, and like whenever you talk about how much you love her, you just start crying. So we're watching The Office, and it's the episode before the final season, or the final episode ever, the finale, and it's like Dwight wants to marry Angela.
Yes.
And Jim is like talking about how much he loves Pam, and it's like the video of like,
because he's convinced she doesn't realize how much he loves her.
Yes, because she said, I don't think I'm enough for you.
Yes.
Because she was holding him back from working at Athlete. So anyhow, which I don't understand. Like, she says it's okay, and then she realizes she can't be like a single mom. Right?
Yes.
But then he offers to move to Philly so then he doesn't have to be away, and she just doesn't want to move.
Yes.
Anyhow, So he's like talking about how much he loves Pam, and then Dwight's like talking about how much he loves Angela and shit like that. And he just goes like that over the table. And I look over.
While I'm working on the puzzle.
Yeah.
I can't get this fucking piece to fit.
And I told him, I was like, these final 2 episodes are really sad. But yeah, I can say I don't even like love someone that much, or anybody really.
Well, you know,
And
when I got hurt,
it was probably because
your mom stuck with me when I mean, we had absolutely nothing. You know, I mean, we ended up we lost a lot of stuff. We ended up having to sell a lot of our jewelry and shit to keep food on the table and stuff. And it was a really hard time, and I got into some really hard low places, you know, and even now, it was back in 2004, it's still brutal to talk about.
Yeah.
But
oh jeez.
Sorry.
It's getting real.
I've never had somebody love me like your mom.
Right. Now, to anyone that's looking at me like I'm smiling, it's just because I hate crying in front of people. And so, yeah, I just don't want to cry. I don't think it's funny.
No, it's not, but I just always hope I'm enough for her.
I mean, obviously, because you guys have been together for 20 years.
Yeah, and she proved that I was. All right, well. Yeah, that's a hell of a note to end on, but I just never felt that I was worthy enough to be loved like that for a long time in my life, and it's nice to know I am. So with that said, get your thumb on the fucking remote, or on the mouse, because it's time to end this fucking cry fest. Everybody, have a great weekend. Keep loving your people like you do.
Monday we'll be back for the finale.
Yes, Monday will be the finale.
And then after that,
thank God, right?
that's 18 episodes for season 2?
Yes, will be 18 episodes for season 2. Season 3 won't be that many episodes because, I mean...
Yeah, you were only there for a little bit.
I wasn't down there very long. But we appreciate everybody sticking it out.
Man, you've owned my microphone.
Yeah, I got to buy him some new shit. Hey, sponsor, step up. We love everybody. Love all you guys. Appreciate you all. Keep hanging in there. There's more laughs to come. Sorry it got so real so quick, but you know. Hasta la vista, homies and homies! Peace out!